Hey YouTube, it's me Monchhichi, and this is going to be hopefully a quick tutorial, I guess what you want to call it. This is basically how I do my wash and go. I call it a wash and blow and go because when I think about a wash and go, I think of exactly that. You wash your hair, you maybe put some leave-in conditioner or some gel, and you just go, and whatever happens happens. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the blow dryer to dry and stretch my hair, so I don't have the shrinkage, and I also don't have to go out in the cold with wet hair. So basically what I'm going to use is I've already washed, deep conditioned, detangled, and all of that good stuff. And so what I'm going to use is, oops, forgot one thing. I'm going to use this Nature's Gate aloe vera conditioner. This is what I use as my leave-in. I'll be using the Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie, and I will be using just some cheapo gel because that's what I have right now. And I'll be using grape seed oil. Can y'all see that? Yeah, getting used to using this camera. Okay, and a blow dryer. I'm not going to use a diffuser attachment. I'm just going to use it just a regular blow dryer. So, and a spray bottle of water in it. So basically my hair is settled down. I'm just going to do this back section. I'm just going to do one section so you guys can kind of see how it goes. So basically, yeah. So that's the back. And this is just some jojoba oil with tea tree, essential oil, peppermint oil, and rosemary oil. This is what I use to oil my scalp. And these applicator bottles with the tip really help to get the oil just right onto the scalp where you want it and not all over the place. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on my scalp first and massage it in. Okay, so take a little bit of the Curl Enhancing Smoothie, about that much for that size section, and I'm going to just get on and smooth it out. Kind of make sure it's getting on the entire section from root to tip. Put that on first. Then I'm going to just kind of make sure it's really nice and wet. Spray bottle. Put a little bit of conditioner on there, like very, very little. Okay, so once I have that in, okay, and my hair is pretty wet, then I take my gel, nice little glob, and then I smooth that on the section. Make sure every strand is coated. Okay. And then I'm going to take just a little bit of grapeseed oil, and grapeseed oil has a high, it's able to withstand high heat, so that's why it's good to use even as a heat protectant, even when you're like flat ironing or blow drying your hair straight. but I'm just going to use this just to add a little bit of protection while I'm blow drying the hair. So okay, so I got this technique from All That's Gold, I think it's her channel name, but I'll post the link. So basically this is how, similar to how she does it, and then she holds on to the end and then she just kind of shakes it like that, and as you can see, it just kind of gets your curls to clump without them going all over the place. And so basically once I do that, I take my blow dryer and I put it onto the low. See, it has, oops, low, medium, high. I put it on the low heat. It's hard to do when my hands are wet. On the low, and then I just blow dry. But I hold the hair outstretched while I'm blow drying it. And I kind of try not to squeeze the tips of my hair too hard, because that'll make for the ends will end up really frizzy. I try to get the roots dry first, and then kind of work my way down to the ends. So that's why I kind of concentrating on the roots. Now another thing, you want to be careful. Let me look at the camera. You want to be careful that since you are blow drying it and you have it in sections, you can easily end up with like just big sections. So I try to move the hair around, you know, like in the back I try to move it, and I don't want to keep holding it out too far, because what will end up happening is I just have a big part in the middle of my head, and once it's dry it'll be very hard to kind of put them back together, if that makes any sense. Okay. Okay, so this section is pretty dry, and what I end up doing once I finish my whole head is I go back, I put the diffuser attachment onto the blow dryer, and I just kind of go around and just make sure that the whole head is dry. But this section is pretty dry, and then what I do is I just take this section, I kind of twist it around, and then I put one of these clips on it to kind of just keep it stretched until I finish. Okay, so I just finished blow drying my hair. It's pretty dry. There's a little bit in the center that I can feel that's a little bit damp, but this just gives you an idea of how it turned out. Turn around the back. So since it's still a little bit dry in the center, what I'm going to do is just go through with the diffuser and try to hit those spots that are dry, and then I'll show you some pictures of how it turned out at the end. Bye.